Welcome to the Ace Capone Show. I am your host, Ace Capone. And before we get started, if you like the show, please hit the like button, ring the bell, and also hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to contribute to the show, I have my PayPal and my Cash App listed down below in the description. Also, I am on Rumble and Truth Social. You can find those links down in the description. Please follow me there as well. I'm going to get right into it. You know, when you talk about the liberals and their identity politics, everyone is a victim. And the best way the Democrats know how to get after people is to make them feel emotional. And when you feel emotional, you pull at their heartstrings and you get them to make stupid decisions based on emotions. You know, for example, they wanted these women to think that somehow their irresponsibility was in jeopardy. So they said, oh, the Republicans are trying to steal your abortion rights. But they failed to tell them that, hey, you have to be responsible. And they said, oh, well, if you vote for the Republicans, they're going to outlaw marijuana. Vote for us and we'll let you smoke it all you want. Now everyone has a marijuana card. But in this instance, identity politics has come to bite the Democrats in their backside. The unlikable Kamala Harris has become a dead weight for the Democrats. And CNN back in January had an interview with Elizabeth Warren. And their article, I'm going to read a little bit from it. It says Elizabeth Warren has called twice to apologize over a month later. Kamala Harris hasn't called back. On a local Boston radio interview in late January, Warren was enthusiastic about President Joe Biden running for re-election. I don't know how anyone can be enthusiastic about Joe Biden running for anything. If he was running for the border, we'd probably applaud it. Running for president, that's a bad dream. But asked if Biden should keep Harris as his running mate. And she responded by saying, I really want to defer to what makes Biden comfortable on his team. You know, she can't even endorse this woman. And the sad fact is that Kamala Harris hasn't helped Joe Biden with anything. She's not liked in California. She's not liked on the trail. She's not liked anywhere. It is amazing that no one even questioned the fact that she couldn't even carry California. And the only reason a president would select a running mate is because either she's going to bring the woman vote, which she didn't do. She's going to bring the state or the western part of the country, which she didn't do. She doesn't speak well. She doesn't know the subjects. She doesn't bring anything to the ticket. But she's a woman and she's black. And you have some silly black people who run around saying that she's not black. I've never seen white people disqualify other white people, but black people sure do like disqualifying black people. It's either, oh, she's born in Canada, she's not black. Oh, her mother is Indian, she's not black. Oh, she was born on the west side, she's not black. She's born on the east side, she's not black. You know, black people are the most mixed up and confused people I've ever heard. You give them some power and they find ways to talk themselves out of power, or they just screw it up. But with Kamala Harris, the problem that the Democrats have is that they've pushed identity politics so much in this country that you have an incompetent affirmative action pick for vice president, and she can't carry her weight. So Joe Biden probably wants to get rid of her, but being that they play identity politics, they're trapped. If you get rid of her, you're going to catch it. You're going to catch it from the feminists, and you're going to catch it from the blacks. I don't know why the blacks would be upset, because she's incompetent. She doesn't even identify with black people. She doesn't even strike a chord with black people. Kamala Harris doesn't live around regular black people. Barack Obama doesn't even live around black people. And matter of fact, people on The View like Sonny Halston and Whoopi Goldberg, they don't live around black people either, but they want to talk about black people and they want to act as if they are black. But if you don't live around black people, you don't know what the black people want. If you don't have the black experience, and I doubt any of them do, and Barack Obama certainly didn't have the black experience, but they're using their black card when they have no credit on that card. They're running around with an empty card and they're waving it around in public saying, hey, I got money on this thing. They have no credit. But the media gives them credit. They say, oh, black people will vote for Harris because she's black. Not knowing that they don't vote for her because black people don't mess around with Kamala Harris like that. They don't invite her to the cookout. They won't even let her anywhere around near the cookout. They would let Hillary Clinton come to the cookout before they let Camelhead come to the cookout. But the thing is, if you get rid of her and you put in a white male, you're going to hear it from the feminists. If you take her out and put in a white man, you're going to hear from the black people. You're going to say, oh my God, you dumped that black woman for that white man because you guys are racist. The women are going to say, oh my God, you're sexist. Not looking at the fact that this woman doesn't do her job. Matter of fact, you haven't even heard from Kamala Harris. How often do you see her? They put her on the border. She flubbed it. She never even went to the border. You know, everything aside, forget that she's a woman. Forget that she's incompetent. You know, all right, fine. If you said she did her job, she was well-spoken, she was out there, you know, talking to the people, she was vibing with the people, it would probably be okay. They could say, hey, you know what? We see this woman. She's out here with us. She may not be the best at it, but she's really trying. But you can't even say that about her. She's missing in action. And when you do see her, all she does is laugh. She's a cackling hen. And she doesn't answer questions. She doesn't answer questions. She laughs. She reads from her script, and when her script is all run out, she starts to laugh. And it makes her look even worse and more incompetent. But right now, they're trying to say that, well, if Joe can't do it, you have to go with Kamala. And if Kamala's the ticket, who's going to be her VP? You're going to bring in Gavin Newsom, another guy from California that no one likes? A guy that has ruined California? And you can find all the Californians who have fled California to vouch for that. They'll say, heck no, that dude is a foobar. You don't want him running anything. You don't even want him running a lemonade stand, because he'll ruin that as well. So now you have people in the mainstream media telling you that Donald Trump is the worst thing could happen to America, even though he presided over the best economy, a new military, secure borders, equal trade, safety around the world, and respect around the world. That's bad for liberals. They love chaos. They love war. They love chaos inside the country and outside the country. So when they're talking about Donald Trump, they're talking about, we don't want peace. We don't want patriotism. We want sexual cults, instability, and war. And we want a weak economy. And we don't want people to be proud of America. And that's what the Democrats bring. And if you want 4 more years of that, you go ahead and vote for Sleepy Joe, who you'll never see. You know, it'll be like Monty Python with Joe Biden, falling, staring off into the space, telling lies about old stories that never happened, tripping up the stairs. Matter of fact, he'll be so out of it. They're going to have to get one of those stair lifts. You put down at the bottom of Air Force One. They'll just have him sit and they'll just drag him up to the top. And that's what you'll have. They'll wheel him out for his speeches, and they'll have someone with their hand behind his back, just moving his mouth, because he's just a puppet. This guy's not running this country. Barack Obama's running this country. It's Barack 3.0, and just as his first two terms, he was a disaster, and Biden is a bigger disaster per Obama. But they've got to do something, because right now they're failing. They don't have any type of cohesiveness because they're fighting, which I like. I like the fact that they're fighting because they're losers. They shouldn't be in leadership anywhere in this country. They need to be ousted. And if the Democrats want to fight over Kamala Harris and who Joe Biden wants to pick for a running mate, I'm all for it. The more they can't get it together, the better it is for Trump. The more they're sitting here causing animosity amongst the people, the better it is for Trump. And anything that helps Trump is good for America, because America needs to be placed first, because Joe Biden has put America last. And Kamala Harris would be no different, because she's a puppet as well. She's not able to think on her own, and we need better. We deserve better as a country. But you know what? What do I know? And on that note, this is your boy Ace Capone signing off. And as usual, peace. And I'm out of here.